Let's talk some toys in here.
Hey, what's everybody doing today at YouTube? It's the man-child. Okay, fresh at my doorstep, we got some new Masters Universe Revelations. We got new Eternia He-Man, or the new Viking He-Man, or I call him Barbarian He-Man or Vikor, but it's really Viking He-Man. Yeah, he didn't appear in a cartoon, but I think this was the original concept going back to like Mark Taylor. It's art in the day, for the vintage line of figures that never came out, or Lords of Power. But I don't know, it's cool. It's cool with the new Masterverse. Can mix up and put some new figures in the line. Why not? Yeah, so there's the front of our box. It's pretty cool what this guy seems to come with. Comes with his own, looks like a unique power sword. I don't know if it's the same as, yeah, it looks a little different, but it's cool. Comes with that boot dagger. Kind of like the Lords of Power, like the Origins He-Man comes with. That's pretty sharp. Look at that, too. The axe looks like very reminiscent of the vintage toy. And a lot of people, we'll figure out, we'll see when we get out of package, but didn't like the head sculpt. Everybody was like mocking on it, including myself. I mean, just looking at it, it looks pretty cool. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed what he comes with. And here's the back of the box art. Yeah, pretty unique. I usually don't save the art from my Revelations. I get rid of the boxes. I just don't have the room. So, but this I'm going to save. I really like this. But there's the rest for our Wave 4 figures, technically. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Skeletor. I got a feeling he's coming next. Teal I definitely want. Merman I'm a little mixed on because of the battle damage, but we'll see. But check that out. I got some Shadow Beasts or something in the back. Looks like a whole new bio, so if you want to pause and read that, you can check it out. But yeah, I'm liking it. Okay, so let's, no more talking. Let's get this guy out of the box, and we're going to check him out. Okay, we got him set up. All right, bare bones out of the box. I tell you what, man, he looks pretty cool. I put him on a figure stand. He's rotating. He's just going to fall. He stands okay. But I like that helmet and just the armored. Yeah, really, whole different redesign. Really, really cool. Okay, bring him in for a closer look. Yeah, nice head sculpt. I like that helmet. That's pretty cool. Eyes, excellent. Just the sculpt, the paint, really well done. The helmet is, it's not sculpted to the head, but it is on. It seems like it's glued, but I don't know how you get it off. Got the hair back here. As far as the articulation, got some jewels painted. Horns, I like the horns, really cool. Yeah, just it's like a silver metallic color, I guess you would say. Highlights in it, whatnot. But yeah, articulation. You can spin left to right, up and down. It's got that hunch. Like all the Revelation guys, more or less. Go all the way down, go all the way up. And our buck, it looks identical to the He-Man. We'll compare it, but I like that shoulder armor too. I don't know if it's all part. It seems like it's all part of the chest cross armored. Unique design, pretty cool. It's very reminiscent of what we know as He-Man with the red inner cross and a little square. I guess jewels are those pieces on top, but we have leather straps now. It's pretty cool. It's kind of, and that's the back. Look at that, place for sword. And it seems like it's all one piece, but let's take it off and check it out. So to take it off, you're just going to pull, there's two areas for the straps that have to pass through. So you're going to pop that one like so. And pull this one all the way out. And it's, let's see, I guess it would just can slide. It's like down over the body maybe. Yeah, I'm still working it down. It's the only way I can see it. I don't see any way to disconnect it from the back. Okay, so I got the armored off. This is just the buck underneath, all right, front and the back. I'm going to bring in Savage He-Man for a second. So kind of compare them. More or less, they look very identical. Obviously, the colors are different with Savage He-Man, but I think it seems like the same type of buck. And taking a look at the armor now, what it's interesting is that these shoulder pads actually come off. Check that out. You can actually slide them, right? We'll have I guess that's the right side. And we got the left side. Pull that one out. Look at that. All right, without the shoulder pads on, I just put the cross armor back on if you're curious what it looks like with the helmeted head. But I think I'm just for the review. I'm gonna put them back on and leave it set up the way it came. But if you're, just, yeah, curious what it looks like. Okay, so we got our armor all back on. All right, I'm gonna leave the shoulder pads. Yeah, I like that. It's unique. I mean, I don't need, if I want another cross armor, a regular one, I just, that's why we have our normal He-Mans and stuff. I've seen a million of them. But, so as far as the articulation, we'll go over that real quick, right? Everything we know at Revelations, but again, some of it's going to be hindered by the shoulder armor. It's not too bad, though. The arm go all the way out. Okay, bicep swivel. Go forward. All the way back. The elbows in. Oh, my hand popped off. And now you got the double pinless joints. And go down like that. Same thing with the other side. And then the other side has this large bracer. And it's a little different than regular He-Man comes with it looks like. And I think if you pop this hand off, so we'll take the hands off, right? Pop right off. And then back as far as the rest of the articulation, we have the ab crunch. Don't really move much on mine. Just spin, but I don't know. The armor's hindering it, whatnot, but as far as going to go. And the waist. Got a different design, a little unique belt there. Yeah, just sculpted different. We got this leather loincloth. Kind of different than the fuzzy ones we're used to. Kind of looks like the Mundo He-Man. Something like that, the 12-inch scale. Same thing with the legs. Go all the way out. Okay. Got the knee joint and the leg go all the way back. Got the big boot. I like these boots, pretty cool. And we got our foot. And the other side just same, but with this side we have an area to put our knife. We'll get the accessories in a minute. So that's pretty much all your articulations. All right, our front and our back of everything. So as far as accessories, we have two different hands. We have the open hand for the left side. That'll be for shield. And we have the semi-open or gripping hand for the right side instead of the punch and fist. So I'm going to change that one out. But it comes with those. And check this out. We have a whole new axe. And this is very reminiscent of the vintage He-Man style axe from the 80s. This reminds me of, a little better detail, sharper now. It's got some battle damage in it. It's just all one color. But I like that. That's cool. And we have a whole new power sword. Very, identical design to the sword we know. But I like this one better. It's pretty cool. And if I bring in the typical Revelation one, it comes with the He-Man Faker. You look at the difference. Which I like this sword too, but this one I like better. That's a He-Man sword. And we got that little boot dagger. That's just awesome. I always wanted a He-Man, like in the concepts that we finally get when it comes with one of these and go in his boot. And the last and final accessory is the spare head for the Viking He-Man. I think it looks fantastic. The images, they do no justice online, because I'll tell you, in hand, this is perfect. I like the eyes, I like the tone, the hair. As a matter of fact, this head is going to go on my first release He-Man, and I'm just going to leave the head that came with the Viking He-Man with the helmet on the Viking He-Man. So yeah, I couldn't be happier with this head. Okay, doing a little setup, right? So we got the alternative head on this He-Man. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm liking it. Axe in the hand. Got the power sword in the back. Just slips in like so. And we got the knife in the boot. Now, this gave me a little trouble. I had to actually open it up with a screwdriver, the sheath, to get that in. But, one of those things. Check him out in his battle-ready pose. Axe in hand, sword in the other. And for fun, we got to put my helmet and head back on, put the knife in hand, axe, kept the axe in hand, the sword in the back. And we have a little comparison with our first release He-Man and our new Viking He-Man. And here's a comparison against our Savage He-Man and Viking He-Man. And here's a close-up of our Savage He-Man and the new Viking He-Man heads. And here's another close-up of the first release He-Man head and the Viking He-Man head. And just for fun, I put the helmeted head on our first release He-Man. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks a lot better than our first head. And for one last custom, I put the spare Viking He-Man head on the first release He-Man body. Look at that. That looks awesome. It works perfect. This head is staying on this He-Man. I made up my mind. That other head, I'm not even going to use it. Look at that. That looks so cool. Perfect. That's a perfect He-Man. Exactly what we needed. And for a little more playing around too, I wanted to switch the heads between the Savage and the Barbarian He-Man. They don't look bad, This head's a little too white, I think. I didn't mind that head, but it should have had an open screaming mouth, I thought, like the show. Just kind of bland to me. But if you're curious what they look like, and that head looks really good on that body too. If you want to mix them up, make them even more barbaric. Okay, so overall, I really like this figure. I couldn't, for another He-Man I heard was going to be released in this Barbarian form. I was like, but I couldn't be more happy to have them. I like the shoulder armor. You can take it off. The heads are customizable. And even this He-Man, wouldn't just night and day with that head. The head staying on my first release. Or you could put it on this one. I'm going to keep the helmet on that guy. But that fixed this He-Man right up. I couldn't be more happy with that. The weapons, too, you can mix and mash them. Looks good against Savage He-Man. You can mix the head. You can do whatever you want. For the most part, everything matches. Savage head a little bit off because of the white. But, yeah, you can make it work if you wanted to. But yeah, incredible. I couldn't be more happy to have this figure. So I hope they answered all your questions. I hope everybody's doing great. And until next time, take care.